Do you like cold cereal, but would you like to find a way to make it a little more protein packed? Well, in today's video, I've got you covered. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Jen, and this is A Better Life with Jen. And in today's video, I am going to taste test 4 higher protein cold cereals. So I love cold cereal. I don't always buy high protein cold cereal. Sometimes I just use regular cold cereal, and instead of milk, I'll use a protein shake on it. But sometimes I like to eat just dry cold cereal as a snack. And so all of these have higher protein, so they make a great snack. So we have 4 different ones today. We have Magic Spoon, Catalina Crunch. This is a Kellogg's higher protein, and then these are the protein Cheerios. So we're gonna try all these today and we'll see how they rank. I will give you the macros of each one. Now in the bowls, I have weighed out what they consider a serving, just so you can kind of get an eyeball of, what would be a serving for the macros that I give you. So let's go ahead and get started with the high protein cold cereal taste test. So the first one we're gonna try is the Magic Spoon, and this I have in the flavor birthday cake, because anything cake batter, birthday cake is one of my favorite flavors. So Magic Spoon in that serving size has 7 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbohydrates, and 13 grams of protein. So pretty good protein, ratio there, and much better than your regular cold cereal, which is gonna have like 1 to 2 grams. So we'll go ahead and we'll give this one a try first. It's nice and crunchy. It does have a slight birthday cake flavor. It's not super strong. Texture is very similar to any sort of regular, Cheerio type cereal that you would get. That's kind of the shape of it. I do like it. The flavor is very mild, but it tastes good and has a good texture. So the next one we're going to try is Catalina Crunch. Now, Catalina Crunch sort of markets themselves to people doing more of keto because it is a lower carbohydrate, but the macros are actually very similar to the Magic Spoon. So Catalina Crunch in that size serving, so you can see it's a little more of a dense cereal, so the quantity is a little bit less for the same actual weight. All of these are 36 gram servings. So in this serving, Catalina Crunch has 5 grams of fat, 14 grams of carbohydrates, and 11 grams of protein. So very similar macros to the Magic Spoon. And we'll go ahead and we'll give this one a try. And this is in the flavor Cinnamon Toast. So it's supposed to, I think, look a little like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Great flavor, definitely can taste the cinnamon in it. It's very crunchy. So I have a feeling that this cereal would stay very crunchy still when you added any sort of milk to it. It's not gonna get soggy very fast. It's very, very crunchy, has a nice texture and a really good flavor. I do like this one a lot. So the third one we're gonna move on to is this one I had found, and this one I had not seen before, and this is Kellogg's Special K protein with 0 added sugar, and this is in the flavor cinnamon. And this one has 7 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, and 18 grams of protein. So much higher protein content in this than the other ones for the same weight in size and fewer carbohydrates. So really good protein source in this one. So we'll go ahead and we'll give this one a try. The texture is fine. It's sort of similar to like Corn Pops kind of a texture. The flavor is a little bit off to me. I can taste some cinnamon, but it just has a little bit of an off, and maybe that's the protein. They use a soy protein isolate and then a pea protein. So I don't know, something about the flavor of it I just don't care for as much as the other ones. Definitely like the Catalina Crunch cinnamon better. All right, so the fourth and final protein cereal that we have is protein Cheerios. So I've seen these, but I've never tried these before. And this one I also got in the flavor cinnamon. And for the serving of protein Cheerios, it has 2.5 grams of fat, so much lower fat, 24 grams of carbs, so much higher carbohydrate, and 8 grams of protein. So this one, the macros are gonna be much closer to a traditional, Cheerios, just a little bit more protein, a little fewer carbs, but not nearly as much protein as some of these others. So we'll go ahead and we'll give this one a try. Great texture. Definitely you can taste the cinnamon. It's a little milder than the Catalina Crunch, but really reminds me of Cheerios. Has a very similar texture and consistency to Cheerios. You could probably pass this off as just plain Cheerios. Honestly, I don't think I would pay the extra money for the protein Cheerios. I think I would just use a protein shake on my regular Cheerios, but it does have a good flavor, so I do like it. So if I was going to rank these in order of the ones that I liked the most, I think I would start with the Catalina Crunch. I really do like the flavor of it. The texture is very crunchy, but I really do like the flavor. And like I said, I think it's going to stand up well in milk. Now, usually I eat my cold cereal plain or sometimes with yogurt, but I really do like this one. So I would rank the Catalina Crunch number 1. I would rank the Magic Spoon number 2. I like the texture. The flavor was a little milder. This one does come in a cinnamon I have seen. I just didn't get that one. So that might be a little better flavor. This was pretty mild, but I did like it. I would rank that second. Third, I would rank the protein Cheerios. They tasted good. I just didn't think that it's worth the extra money since they don't have a whole lot more protein than just regular Cheerios, but they definitely tasted good. So on taste, they were great, but just the value for the protein, they're not really as high of protein as some of the others. So I would rank that third. And then fourth, on the last place, the Kellogg's one, the macros are great. So lots of protein, 18 grams of protein, very few carbs. Macros are phenomenal. I just didn't care for the taste of it as much, and maybe that was the protein that they used. There was something just a little off, but the texture is great and the macros are fabulous. So overall, Catalina Crunch wins my protein cereal taste test. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these or any other protein cereals that you have tried. I know there are some others out there. These were just the ones that I got today for the taste test. But let me know any that you've tried or any that you've heard of that you would like me to try. If you did like this video or find it helpful, please give it a like, comment, subscribe, all of the things. And as always, I appreciate everyone watching, and I will see you next week with another video.